Good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday. Hope everyone's having a great morning and a great trading session so far. I am flat. I'm really I opened up my charts pretty early this morning, but I kind of fell asleep in the middle of doing something last night. So I kind of needed to finish that real quick. But we're here. We are here. I did in the midst of good morning, Apple Jacks. I did just miss this setting up the stream, but yeah. See what happens. How are you this morning, Applejacks? Have you been trading? I think I might have figured out. Shoot. $16. I don't like how the zigzag changed immediately. I'm gonna get stopped out. Market sucks. Good morning, Janelle. How are you this morning? Oh, my stupid ass. When did the point of control change like that? Oh, well, I was supposed to lose that trade. I actually wanted the sellers to be in control and the buyers were. I didn't see that. It must have changed like right as the bar was closing or something. It wasn't like that at first. Had I paid attention after I got into the trade, I would have broke even. I like team messages with the fake pleasantries. I'm great. What do you? I swear. Enough with the small talk. What is it? I used to tell my coworkers that all the time, like, hey, when you reach out to me, just tell me immediately whatever you want in the initial message. We don't have to go through all of that. We don't at all. That just kind of made me mad a little bit. All right, and that worked too. Okay, so I think I have this worked out how I want to trade at levels. The last three so far since I've been on the charts have worked out. This one did, this one, and there's one before that. I think. Still got a long way to go because I still have a lot of data to go through, but I'm so mad about this. Oh yeah, don't we have 9 and 9:30 low impact news today? Yeah. Good morning, Trenches. How are you this morning? Janelle, did you trade Asia or London? Trenches, are you trading? Yeah, I think that'll end up working out. What is the time base? I didn't even look at the time base chart. It's not that bad. Let's see if we can break through here. Middle VWAP is here. I was looking for the reversal up, but the market had other plans. I hate it when people ask every Monday, how was your weekend? I swear. Bracket order finally paid off in London. Nice, nice, nice. So most of your trades have been happening in Asia? Sinus is draining down my damn throat. It's that time of year. It's only a setup question, so they will tell you about their weekend, I swear. And by the way, don't care how your weekend was, so don't ask about mine. All right, I gotta stop in a couple minutes for the little small news or whatever, but try to get through some more of the data today. We'll see. I forgot to put. Two. People love to talk at work and get on your nerves. All right, I'm about to show y'all something real quick. I wanted to get into this sell, right? That's that sell bar right there. I don't know if you could tell, but the point of control is literally at the open of the bar. And this whole time, I've been classifying that as being in the body of the candle, but technically it's kind of a neutral candle. So that's the only reason I didn't take that, because right now I still don't know if I want to take those or not. Everything was exact, like the delta volume, all that was fine. But I still don't know if I want to take that or not. It's the only reason I didn't take that. It was a great setup though. But I'm loving seeing how the market's reacting at the levels the way I so far have planned to want to take the trades. So Maybe I finally got it together. Good morning, Amelia. How are you this morning? She's old, and she was like, she's so much older than girl Applejacks. I remember I had this guy had came in town. He used to do like a lot of online marketing and stuff. And so he had came in town to help me with some automations or whatever. So he was staying at this Airbnb down in the city, and it was like an Airbnb where you're renting out a room. And so this girl was there. Now I at the time was probably about 24, and he was around the same age. And so I go down there for the meeting, and this girl who was like 19, I think, was there. And the way she called us old, y'all, I told her, I said, listen, in normal circumstances, I would cuss your ass out for that. But because when I was your age, I thought 25 was old, I'm going to let you have that. But you better hope that you make it to 25 and you look this good when you do it. And I walked away because the nerve. About to be a hot one today in Iraq. It started getting extremely hot yesterday. Good morning, True. How are you this morning? It felt good when I first left the house yesterday, but then by the time I left my best friend's house, it was like, no, while I was there, it got up to like 80 and it was like miserable. But then by the time I left, because of the overcast and the breeze, it actually started feeling pretty good. She said 1995. Child, you were born in 95 too, Applejacks? I feel like a baby. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. All right, one more minute and then I'll start looking for trades again. I'm starting to wait 2 minutes before and after low impact. For now, I might go back to 1 minute. Because the books don't really get that thin. Okay, what a pop up. 15 seconds. D8. Damn, every time I think we're going to push up off this pivot level, we don't. That's not the push I'm looking for. Now is what I'm looking for, but the delta's negative, so. All right. A lot of kids are not making it to 25. Exactly. They're trying to prove their seniority. You did turn 30 this year. Girl, you're such a baby. I didn't know it was a milestone birthday for you. I'm annoyed and I don't work there. All right, we got a 1 bar pullback. I'm not surprised that we pushed down like that. There was negative delta in that bullish reversal bar right there. Now I just need to wait a few swings after this 1 bar pullback. I'm hoping that eventually by the time I'm done with all this, I don't have to do that anymore, but I think I'm going to always have to do it. Because a 1 bar pullback is not a real swing. So how do you really compare the volume of the swings and all that? I think comparing the delta's fine, but it's the volume of the swings that kind of messes up because it's not a real swing. All right, let's see. 1, 2. Gotta wait 2 more. Uh-oh, sorry. Come on, market. What you gonna do at this pivot level? We actually reacted here earlier in the session as well. Wicked off of it at 7:45 this morning too. All right, 1, 2, 3. I don't like this sell right here, so I'll wait to see what happens after that. Didn't like the point of control there. See how it pushes. Oh yeah, that would have been the wick out. Mm-hmm. Delta looks great, but I need it to be a trap, and this will be a continuation if it pushes up here. Oh wait, what do I need the delta to be more than again? 43. Well, it tried, and it's failed. $35. Too close to where I would need to break even. Getting a headache. $54. Not enough volume. $11. Damn, I thought we were gonna reverse back down. Whack ass market London tomorrow. There's 9 o'clock high impact tomorrow. Thought it was gonna hit me too. Not NQ is whack. It is sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. It is. It's like places that I'd be thinking, okay, we're gonna reverse here. No. No. Not at all. 34. All right, I'm gonna look for pullbacks going up since we're inside of the change zone right now. All right, we failed to go there. Damn. I had my order ready. I had it ready. Backyard looks like a tennis slash basketball court. Wait, is this a good thing or a bad thing? Your emoji has me confused. Was that what it was supposed to look like? and you've completed all of the phases. I'm listening to this coverage of the Puffy trial. Listen, I got on Facebook yesterday and had to get off because everybody was posting like, I guess there's like a couple people on Twitter that are summarizing things and they're posting the screenshots of the summaries. And it's just freaking sick. And I think what bothers me the most is so many people are so uneducated when it comes to the psychological damage of abuse and assault and all of that. Seeing questions of why didn't she leave? Like, did y'all not see her get her ass beat in the elevator from a hotel camera? That was a time she tried to leave. You don't think the same thing was happening in other times? Like, people are just so insensitive and they don't, I don't know, maybe because I worked in psych for so long and just understanding how the mind works and why it is so difficult for people and trauma bonding and different things like that. But it's very ignorant to see what some people are saying. The only thing I will say is it sucks that at night, because I think they said she met him at 19. It sucks that at 19 you were so unaware of how the industry works that you didn't know that that was a huge possibility that those things were going to happen, you know? Because it's just like, there's no way that you're that immature where you think that at 19, that some 30 something year old industry entertainment mogul is this great person who chose you because you are just the most beautiful person in the world and they just want to love your dirty draws. But I had a lot of common sense very young, so maybe it's just me, but I don't know. I think that's just very immature and naive to think that. But yeah. DDG is, it sucks that she didn't realize how much of an idiot he was. Like I don't know. These girls. 84. Oh my god. Why did it pop down like that? We come back down? Nope. Did I touch that? It didn't. But yeah. But with Halle Bailey, like, everybody tried to warn her. She just didn't listen. 86. Two. Too much volume now. Damn, what market? What are you doing? I had an order ready for the sale right there. It's much better than having the soggy landscape. Well, do you think you'll end up changing it again? Once the grass grows around it, it may look better. So that wasn't your vision, clearly. Good morning, Don't Savor. How are you? Starters shouldn't be hearing that stuff either. You know what? Part of me feels that way, but then the other part of me feels like they should. Because, like, one thing okay, we all know our parents aren't perfect, right? But I also feel like you should know who your parent is outside of who they are to you. Because they might be a great parent, but if they're a monster, are they really that good of a person? Like that great of a person? You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck, parent or not. If you're a monster, I'm sorry, I can't support that. They need and they need to hear about that because they need to not be so naive as to what's going on in the real world. It's just unfortunately your father contributes to the nastiness and the monsters in the world, and you should know that. I'm not saying they have to abandon him or anything. I mean, I would personally, because how do you sit with that on your conscience, you know? But no, they need to know that their dad is fucking trash. And the life that you live is based on him being the monster that he is. They need to know. So you support a young thug and ATO people work and rape. Exactly, Janelle. If her father was abusive to her mother, so she didn't know any better. I got you. That makes sense. And I mean, also, she was 19, so there's a lot of naive and immature 19-year-olds in the world. So it's not completely surprising either. But if that's what she grew up around, you know, unfortunately, a lot of people who grew up in that type of environment believe that that's love. Like, oh, he's doing this. He's upset that I'm dating Kid Cudi because he loves me so much and he wants me. No, that's not it. It's not it at all. That is one of the, as much as I dislike one of my parents, I'm not going to say I hate him because I don't hate anybody. But as much as I dislike him, I am grateful that I didn't grow up in that kind of environment. There was some emotional neglect. I wouldn't so far as go to emotional abuse. I feel like that, well, no, kind of, sort of. Yeah, it was. Um, but because of that, there's like certain things that I just don't. Mm-mm. Like I had an ex that was upset because I wouldn't argue with him. But for me, it's like, what are we arguing for? I'm so confused. Because I didn't see my parents argue. So what do I need to argue with somebody for? Doesn't make sense. 25. Can we get into a buy? We'll have to stall here for a second and because the point of control we need to move and there's okay, the point of control moved. But right now the delta's not enough. But yeah, I've legit told people before, like, my own parents don't yell at me. You need to calm down. I remember my granny, she always tells people how, like when I was younger, she tried to whoop me and I told her, my daddy said nobody can whoop me. She was like, well, you in my house and I'm going to whoop you. All right, please. I was looking to get into the buy. I'm still looking to get into the buy right here. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. I lied. I didn't see the volume of the swing. I'm glad I saw it at the last second. Counter trend right now, I don't want the swing to be so heavy. We have 500 more volume in this swing down than this last one. But the delta looked great. It's probably still gonna win. You funky asshole. Understand how I be considering selling this bitch with sheer cheese. Understood. Oh, that was about half. Oh, yeah, I didn't know that about her. It seemed like she just wanted a little bad boy because DDG literally showed publicly how much he disliked her. Because you're not gonna sit here and tell me he wasn't trying to derail her career, make her look bad. Like, first of all, did I save this? He made a post, I think on Twitter, about how he sold, maybe it was like, was it 550 albums? It was either 50 or 500 albums in his first week or something of his new album release. Maybe it was 50. I don't know. Either way, whatever the number was, it was not more than 500. And somebody responded and said, man, they basically told him to shut up because he know girls that sell more ass than that in a week or something. I was hollering, y'all. Hollering. Like, one of my cousins don't know her daddy. She think he a hero. Yeah, trenches, see, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, people need to know that, right? And that's why when my parents were going through their divorce process, my donor purposely kept certain information, like about everything that was going on. He purposely kept that away from my sister because my sister is very naive. It's just because of the way she experienced, like her experience with us growing up is completely different from mine, but she's very naive, right? And so once I realized, like, you're legit keeping things from her in an attempt to manipulate her feelings for you, and that is unfair to her. So guess what she did? Told her everything. Oh, nope. Because as her big sister, it's my job to protect her feelings. And I just felt like I knew my mom wasn't going to tell her certain stuff because my mom is not one of those bitter, like, you know how you have those people that are kind of like bitter and like they want you to not have a relationship with the other person. My mom's not like that. Like, she still to this day, if you want to have a relationship with him, you can. It's not going to bother me. Girl, don't worry. But me on the other hand, fuck that. Hey girl, listen, this is what's actually going on here. Now, if you continue to have a relationship with him, that's fine, but you're not going to sit here and think he's the greatest person on earth, because part of being a great person, part of being a great parent is being a great person, because it is your job to show your kids the ropes. It's your job to lead by example. And if you are not doing that, you're not that great of a parent. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And no child should think their parent is a hero when they are a fucking monster. Period. Not okay. You dodged a toxic person with him. Like, what the yeah, I did. I ain't talking this up anyway. Not that much. I was a good kid. She just said, like, a lot of times I would walk in and she would know that I didn't want to interact. And yeah, I kind of had a smart mouth and I was cussing early. I told y'all that a long time ago. But that wasn't my fault. Our neighbor that used to take care of me, sometimes she cussed like a sailor. So by 2 years old, I picked up on them words and I knew exactly how to use them. You don't talk bad about them and let the person decide exactly. I was respect for a lot of people when I found out, because motherfuckers talking about that was long ago. It doesn't matter how long ago it was. Who you are is who you are, right? Can people change? Like, I feel like there are certain aspects of people that can change, but there are certain parts that just, like, that's always going to be in you. You know what I mean? Like, I just wouldn't trust it. Perfect example. So this girl, I just saw this last week, maybe. So this girl had posted this video on TikTok and it went viral, right? And basically she has a Ring camera in her apartment complex or at her apartment door or whatever. And so she basically took a montage of her and her new boyfriend coming into the house. And so, you know, he would be bringing her flowers, or they would be at the door and they would kiss before they go in, you know, just like little sweet, little sappy shit, right? So the video goes viral. Because of that, all these people start reaching out to her like, yo, do you not know his background? And so basically he raped multiple women, has some sexual assault charges, and I think he did something to some kids, if I'm not mistaken. And so when she found out, she changed the locks. She like immediately blocked him. And so at some point he realized that like she moved on quite quickly. And I don't really have an issue with people moving on quick. Like as long as you're not like trauma bonding with people and you know, you've completely disconnected yourself, whatever. Like we're getting older. We don't need to go years between relationships, whatever. So she had moved on pretty quickly, started dating some other guy. Next thing you know, he's at her door trying to kick her door in, cussing her out at the door, all of this shit. Like I'm talking this sweet man that you saw in the beginning, completely gone. All right. And had she never gone viral, she would have never knew his background because she didn't take the chance to look it up. And stuff like that. Even though his was like years prior, that stuff like comes right back. All you got to do is trigger a person. Comes right back. That's all you got to do. You let the child figure out her dad is an a-hole by herself. She'll figure it out. Absolutely. Oh yeah, I'm going to tell my sister everything. Cousin babies are hilarious. Somebody 50 years ago and you 90, don't come around me. Period, Applejacks. Period. To be honest with you, when I used to work down at the state facility, the old 70, 80, 90-year-olds, they would say it sometimes, not towards me, but I would hear them say it. It wouldn't even bother me because you're so psychologically off that you probably still think it's 1920. But baby, when that 19-year-old called me that hard R with the bitch right behind it, and I did nothing to her, yeah, I didn't work in that unit for like 3 months. I told those people, look, y'all know the history of y'all patients. Y'all don't know the history of y'all employees. And the fact that you think I'm supposed to be a robot and still want to take care of her and completely forget the fact that she assaulted me by punching out a mid window that almost hit me. Okay. And then she called me that. Yo, y'all got me fucked up. I'm not a fucking robot. Because I forgot I was at work when it happened. If the mid window and the wall wasn't between her and I would have fought her. Okay. So yeah, no. Oh, Trenches, you did see that? Yeah. You talk too loud in my house. Janelle. Janelle. All right, I can start trading again. But we got a 1 bar pullback. So I gotta wait a few swings. I should have took all those trades off of those levels. I just kind of quickly put it together this morning because I actually fell asleep I fell asleep in my bed, no fan on, no eye mask, with a pen in my hand and the papers right in front of me. I woke up at 6 this morning. My lights actually was still on, and I can't ever fall asleep with lights. That's how tired I finally was last night. And I woke up at 6 this morning. I'm like, okay, so should I fix my cheat sheet and do this real quick, or should I wait until I wake back up? I was like, yeah, fuck that. I got to turn the lights off, put those papers on my desk, and went back to sleep. And that's why I was a little late, because I needed to fix that. But I think I'm actually going to like trading off the levels now, because I think I've gotten it pretty simplified. But we'll see. We will see. Come on, market. What the fuck? We don't do that. Yeah, I like the house pretty quiet myself. But that's because I'm such a chill person. Like all the theatrics and the extras, I can't. I can't. Oh, WSR. I mean, this really wasn't that great of movement back here though. And see, right now, once we get inside the change zone, I only really want to look for pullbacks, no divergence for now. But hopefully, once I get through some more of my data, it might change a little bit. 1, 2. I need like 2 more swings. Simplified is best, absolutely. My strategies, girl. But does she accept them? So y'all, um, I guess they have some new education bill here that's going to ban cell phone use in all schools across the state. And so it says this means no phone time from start to finish of school day, no texting or scrolling during class, lunch breaks, hallway passes, study halls, nothing. If you break rules, there'll be consequences. Let me tell y'all something. The comments show me exactly why these kids are the way that they are. The parents are a problem, a real problem. So there is a school here, I think, that already started this. And there was a lady that said that, like, basically her child goes there and the metrics have shown that, like, bullying has decreased substantially. Just the bullying alone, obviously interruptions in class, all of that stuff has gone down, but the bullying has gone down substantially. And 1, 2, 3, I gotta wait one more swing. But the funniest comment to me on that post is parents like, well, what happens if there's a school shooting? Bitch, what the fuck is you gonna do? You're at work. If there is a school shooting, what are you going to do exactly? I just don't understand. What is your child having a cell phone? How does that help you in your child's emergency in a school shooting? Please. Please tell me. I'm getting concerned because she want to learn about guns that she's eating cream cheese with a spoon, no crackers. Trenches. Fun fact, I like eating cream cheese by itself too. I literally just take a spoonful and go about my day. It's that bad. Oh my gosh. That must be bad. 27. One. Interesting. I thought we were going to push down right there, but we are at a lower VWAP level. Oh, we actually still might. All right. Let's see what happens. Rotating over a support level, but see if it works. If we actually push down, it's having a hard time doing so. Nope, we're gonna push up instead. It's weird giving me serial killer vibes. I'll be on my talks. Parent with no kids. I want a text message. Blah blah blah. Where you at? Who you with? What's the plan? Stay away from door. I mean, I get that, but at the same time, though, this is the other thing. The kids' cell phones can actually put some of these kids at risk if there is an intruder in the building, right? Because you remember, like, the way that the teachers will have to rearrange the furniture and where you hide so that they can't see inside the door, and you lock the door and all this other stuff or whatever. But what happens if your kids have their cell phone and they're in the middle of texting you, and now the intruder just heard a cell phone go off? Now what? One. I want to take this. It's starting with a double top, but whatever. Let's just try it. Why not? One. Oh, well, market had other plans. But yeah, then what happens? I'm so mad. Like, most of these reversals after about 9, 10 have not been good reversal moves at all. Don't hold me. I don't like that we started with a double top, but at this moment, I don't really care that much. Oh, maybe I do. I don't really have rules for it yet, but I know that historically speaking, I don't really like it. But if it loses, that's okay. Told y'all this week is about experimentation. And I'm going to be on time tomorrow, so that'll help. Hello, excuse me? If y'all, I am so irritated. No, 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 no. 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 I'm about to show y'all um why I didn't get filled on the take profit. I'm gonna show you. Soon as I see what this ends up doing right here, I might get into the buy. Silence since they sneaking and having class anyway. Very true. High schools in Chicago got Chicago police officers. Really? I know my old high school, like, they have security at the door now. I don't remember if I had to go through metal detectors or anything. I don't remember, but it was just very weird because we didn't have that when I was in school. I mean, we had, like, security guards or security officers, but they weren't at the front door that you had to come in, though. Oh my God, I'm so mad I did not get filled on my take profit there. That just fucking pissed me off. I actually might push it to 10 o'clock today. Hopefully the strategy still works then. But I just kind of want to test some more stuff a little bit. But while I'm waiting for this reversal bar down, this was my trade. I didn't get filled because there's literally no volume. If I could pull up the data box, I will, but there's no volume in any of those bars down at all. Once the last bar that went up, all the little dashes, the market went there, but there's no volume in those candles. And that's why I didn't get filled. What a hoot. That's also why, if you look, I didn't get filled till over here. So it's like we popped down, did all of this, but I didn't get filled till over here. It just fucking pissed me off. Used to go to school with metal detectors. Really? Yeah, I don't know that life. Okay? I don't. And then it made me so mad because I remember I had to go back and pick my sister up or something. Me and my sister are 2.5 years apart, but we're 4 grades apart. Well, by the time we finished college, we were 5 grades apart. I skipped kindergarten. She was born in December, so she was held back a year. So that puts us at 4. And then I went to an accelerated college, so that put us at 5. But anyway, so I think it was my first year of college or my second year of college, I went to pick her up. And I was the star basketball player. The security guards knew me. They came to all my games and shit. And they freaking asked me for my ID. They knew it was my sister and everything. That shit pissed me off so bad. I told my mama, don't ask me to go get that girl ever again. I was so mad. 35. Yeah, I don't like that actually. Rather the point of control be in the wick and not the body. But yeah, metal detectors. If I go to school with metal detectors, baby, where am I at? How dangerous is this place? Why am I not safe? And I went to a pretty big high school. Like we had about 3,000 plus kids in our school. My graduating class was 673. Which was crazy because my very first year of college, I went to a small college that only had 500 students. I'm like, my graduating class was more than this. But yeah, we went to a pretty big school. I don't know if I would send the kid to public school. Yeah, I mean, private school can be. Okay. So I went to private school up until second grade. Yeah, second grade. And I don't know, like the cost of private school now, baby, I would homeschool before I send my kid to private school because what? It's just too much. But yeah, these kids that are attending public school, just I mean, you have some good kids in there like I was, but my gosh, you just wonder sometimes like what is your home life like? Why is this even okay for you? I don't understand. But I mean, if you can afford private school, it can be worth it to a certain extent. Just from like the experience standpoint. But it's like, damn, you really want to pay college tuition prices literally your child's whole life? I don't know. I don't know. Graduated 1K, don't even. I did too until second grade. Yep, see? Yeah. And my private school was great, but I don't know. But these public schools are just they're a little insane, I'm not gonna lie. And I was just talking to my grandma about this a couple weeks ago. Like, don't get me wrong, when I was in school, you had occasionally the kids who acted like it was a fashion show. Like, they didn't care anything about their academics. All they cared about was who got the latest Jordans, who got Jabot jeans, who got this, who got that. So you did have that, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't that bad. Now that's what it just always seems like to me. Like, it's just a fashion show. These kids do not care about their education at all, and I feel like AI makes it worse, because why do I need to know certain things? I'll always have ChatGPT to help me. you know but yeah, I feel like now it's worse because the kids that are in school, their parents were the kids back then when I was in school who thought it was a fashion show. So the apple doesn't fall far from the tree at all. And it just kind of is what it is, honestly. I'm gonna be so mad if I lose a trade, if I take one in the next 10 minutes, but whatever. I really want to see if I have to stop at 9:45, because honestly, when I'm journaling, I stop tracking trades at 9:45 because I know that's the time I'm going to stop trading. But who knows, maybe the new way that I'm doing things, I will be able to trade past 9:45 if I want to or if I need to. Like, let's say I have a certain profit target I'm trying to reach or something. If my strategy is still valid after 9:45, I would like to continue trading until I hit it, if I can hit it. So we'll just experiment today. I'm going to start multiplying contracts on Monday, though. Try to get this account pass. Kids in Atlanta walk around with blickies. I don't get the well, I do get the fascination. They are influenced by what they see on TV, what they hear in music and shit. Like, when I was growing up, I always was just afraid of guns. I was literally afraid to even touch one. The first time I went to a gun range or whatever, I was like legit about 25. And I still was so terrified. And my boyfriend at the time was like, "You're terrified of guns and all you like doing is playing shooting games?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's a game. What are we talking about here?" But I actually ended up being really good with my aim, even though it was my first time. Most of my shots hit the target right in the chest. But even I've only gone to a gun range twice, because I went a second time probably, like, I don't know, maybe 8 years ago. My donor took me and my sister, and I still was like, I didn't even want to touch it for real. I didn't. How do I 98? Kids that cheated on tests had kids and they doing the same thing. Don't save her, I swear. We wonder why these kids are the way they are. These kids lack discipline. They have no home training. They have not an ounce of respect. Not an ounce. And I mean, I grew up, you respect your elders kind of thing. And I understand if an elder disrespects you, all right? But no, these kids start off with disrespect. It's literally insane. And I just don't get it. They have and you shouldn't fear adults, right? Like, you're not supposed to fear what's there to protect you. And that happens in other areas of life too, but like, these kids just have no couth. They need help. This kid cheated and got caught on an AP test, already been accepted to college. Oh, they rescinded the offer? That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. As they should, though. As they should. Come on, market, give me something. I just want to take like one more trade. That trade stopping me out at break even because of the lack of volume. That's another reason why I kind of, because I could have been break even, but I'm not gonna chase it. I'm not gonna get into stupid trades or anything. But that was kind of whack. I ain't gonna lie. Very whack. I would like to see us push up a little bit further before we come down. Just a tad. What kind of resistance do we have here? I want like one more bar to close going up, if possible. $98. 342. I might regret this, but whatever. What are you gonna do, man? Whoop. I changed that. You're dirty. We had to slam down a lot quicker. Now the point of controls of the body. Oh my god. I can't see that. I don't know why I keep choosing these stupid ass colors. It's gonna drive me crazy. Alright, 8. Damn it. I keep trying to change the imbalance colors so I can see them better, and I'm failing. I need to just put it back on red. But see, when it's on red, I can't see the number that well. Damn. That's gonna irritate me. I made it gold and I can't see that shit at all. I think that shit don't sing kind of people. Yeah, I don't like that either. When a-holes come from private schools, I agree. All right, I'm pushing it past 10 o'clock. I just want to take one more trade. Even if it loses, I'm okay with it. I really just want to see. $95. Oh my God, market, you're putting me to sleep. $28K. I mean, I have friends that since their child or their children were like 2 or 3 years old, about two, I think the Montessori schools they were sending their kids to was like 1,500 a month. Yeah, about 1,500 a month. Now some of them are like 4 or 5 years old, still in private school, paying like 1,200 a month. And don't get me wrong, I'm going to love my children down, okay? And I don't care how rich I am, certain things just will not make sense to me. And spending college prices on a child doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry, it doesn't. I Time to walk the dog and be nosy. See you, Janelle. See you later. Make sure you tell us tomorrow what happened. The market just slowed down so much. This is why I don't like trading after certain times. Like, why did I have a trade in this little slow grind up? That's the question. Oh, well, I see now why. So I'm like looking at this move up, right? But that kind of what the hell? Oh, I didn't know that was like that. That started here. So this would have stopped me out. You can see the wick. That would have stopped me out. So I didn't really do anything wrong there. There's nothing to really catch in that moment. Same thing here. This bullish reversal bar would have stopped me out as well. I actually might go back to a 20, go down, not back, go down to a 20 tick chart tomorrow, possibly. Or maybe I might start that on Monday because I do feel like the 24 is just too much right now. I'm almost certain I don't want to go back to a 16 though, just because in those moments of spikes of volume because of news, whatever, I don't want to have a 16 tick chart when that stuff is happening. But yeah, I just feel like the 24 tick chart is just way too much. I mean, technically on a 24 tick chart, we have to go 48 ticks opposite in order to get a reversal bar. And I think right now that's a bit much. 95. Yeah, I think that's a lot to ask the market to do. Oh, that's an imbalance. Yeah, I gotta change the color of that. That's actually pretty bad. Now, why would you push that? I was hoping we reacted off the VWAP. We still can if the VWAP starts to turn up. Oh, never mind. We might go to the overnight high instead. Or push past it. I don't like the attempt to trap there. Come on, point of control, change. Or not. All right, I'm probably just gonna have to look for the pullback. We would have to, oh, well, actually that looks pretty good. The delta looks great, but the volume doesn't yet. In this bar, as if it doesn't close going up instead. Sellers are kind of drying up. I don't like how close we are to the overnight high, but it might still work out. 1275.95. No, not yet. Oh, I have to change the color bed. That looks so bad. I can't tell the difference between the gold and the white. I don't know why I did that to myself. Why did I do that? I forgot what the number was. 65. Oh my gracious. Figure it out. Hold on, trenches. I'm gonna look. I'm trying to get into this buy right here. Now the delta's changing though. The delta's negative. I don't want it to be negative. Oh my goodness. Oh my word. Oh, that's an imbalance in that bar now. Oh, this shit's gonna irritate my soul. I think I'm gonna stop at 10:15 no matter what, because I don't feel like being irritated anymore. This is the imbalance. Fuck. The buyers are trying so hard to use this as support. Oh, I want to punch my monitor. Stupid imbalance, man. All right. University or the hospital, I get 50%. Mom to work there so she could get. Together, I'm like, say I'm a deadbeat, you won't cooperate, but she goofy, she don't want to work there. The only issue, well, I wouldn't even say it's an issue. It kind of makes sense. But the only time I tell people not to do like any kind of like student loan repayment, stuff like that when it comes to working somewhere is only because you might, a lot of times you have to sign contracts, right, and agree to be somewhere for a period of time. And what if you don't like it? 15. What if you don't like it? Oh, there's going to be. Oh my God. Are you serious? 1242. All right, well. I want to scratch my eyes out. What the fuck? 15. I literally don't see how people trade after certain times. Because why? Why? Only way this sell can be valid here at the, this is the current open, reacting off the current open. We gotta stall long enough for the point of control to move. Like we haven't even really gone into the body of the candle at all. And it needs to do that. Or we just have to stall long enough for the volume of this bar to be more than the highest red bar right here that my cursor is over. 15. We do that. But the point of control is an imbalance, so that's why it's not going to work out unless we stall long enough to move the point of control out of the way. I don't think that's going to happen. I just want one little funky ass trade. That's all I'm asking for. Oh, it almost moved. There needs to be like 17 more volume there. Oh, but it's an imbalance as well. What the fuck? What do you want? It actually might close going up. Mm-hmm. Fuck this. Also make under a certain. It's a girl. Oh, nice. You said there's a supply area of 400. So basically around the prior close. Oh. And the high is there too. High of day. All right, 10:30 is my absolute max, I swear. Because the way I see it, I could be 30 minutes into journaling right now. What's up with all the imbalances? That's very annoying. Is my setting too sensitive? I don't think it is. We're so close to the prior close. Taking the buy here kind of doesn't really make sense. I mean, it has like 2 points of wiggle room, but that's if it even pushes up from here anyway. 10 minutes and I'm out. This. Good morning, AD Trades. How are you? Yes, this price action is trash. This is why I always stop at 9:45. All right, it's a trap here. Oh, never mind. It decided to do other things. Yesterday high for 1950. Yeah. Mine is on there somewhere. Oh, it's behind and there's another fucking imbalance. I cannot take trades when there's an imbalance in the point of control. It just shows that there's no momentum basically. The prior high is hiding behind this resistance level up there. The last like 4 trades I wanted to get into, I couldn't because there was imbalances in the point of control. And I guess I expect there to be more after 9:30 anyway. If the market starts to slow down, but geez Louise. This market is so raggedy. Feel me, bitch. All right, I think I want to stop now. I just wanted to get back to break even. Oh my God. That was torture. That was real life torture. And I almost missed it. I ain't gonna lie. I almost did. But the delta was looking great. I had no questions about it. I just was late to it. All right, so delta of this bar was 161, the last reversal bar down. So I just wanted to see more sellers come in. So even though you can kind of see like the volume of the bar, there wasn't a lot of volume there. But one thing that I've noticed a lot is that if volume is low on a reversal bar, but the delta is high, especially coming off of a level, that is momentum, because basically you kind of like have the rush of sellers or buyers, depending on which way you're going. The rush is coming in and there's not enough time for the opponent to contest, basically, because the volume is too low in the bar kind of thing. So the sellers just kind of rushed in. That's a sell off of the new high. The major resistance level and the prior high are all hiding behind that. So that was like full blown momentum. And you want to know something? That's my exit. We're back at break even. That's all that matters, because of that stupid trade that I didn't get out of because there was no volume in the exit. But anyway, all right. So today's performance, I took 3 trades. Won 1, lost 1, broke even on 1 that should have been a win, but there was no volume at my TP, so I couldn't get filled. So going into tomorrow, basically same stats as yesterday. I just lost $10 off of commissions, so I still have $19.40 going into tomorrow. My focus today is to try to get through another like 3 days of adding that component. Now that I am comparing my entry bar to the last reversal bar in the same direction, So I just want to go through like 3 more days of data for that. I'm going to kind of slow roll it for the rest of the week because this weekend I want to try to finish going through all of the data that I have, but we'll see. So yeah, I'll be on time tomorrow. I'm going to make sure I get some sleep. And now that I've kind of like readjusted my cheat sheet, I shouldn't need any extra time. So I thank you guys for tuning in to the extended stream today. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 8:45 Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye guys.